Good afternoon, Hive fans. Welcome to today's live stream. This will be game 6 of the match between aenorman43 and spfish. It's been an exciting match so far. All 5 games have been won by white. Yesterday's game 5 was an unbelievably exciting in-game in which Alex Norman, playing as aenorman43, was able to pull out the victory and take the lead going into the final game 6. So then spfish needs to have a victory today playing white to tie it up at 3 games apiece and send it into tie breaks, which will more than likely be tomorrow at this same time. I'm looking forward, hopefully, if we do have tie breaks, to be able to stream that tomorrow. So it should be an exciting game today. We've got spfish is already in the lobby waiting for aenorman43 to show up. Tower 50's in the lobby. That's Carl from South America. Hola, Carl. Although he spent a lot of time in the U.S., so he speaks English absolutely fluently with almost no accent whatsoever. So he's one of the tamanduas, the South American anteaters that were the team champion not too long ago. So we're looking forward to another team championship coming up in 2025. And of course, if you're following along over on Discord primarily, there's a discussion regarding the 2025 Online World Championship. The format's going to be very much the same as this year. 32 players are going to qualify with the grouped up in round robin groups. And then the top 2 from each round robin group will move into the knockout round, moving on to the actual World Championship later on in the year. So we're in the quarterfinals right now. Let's take a look real briefly. Let's go to the tournament results. So far, here's the knockout of brackets. You can see that Judoka and Happy Kiwi have advanced into the semifinal up against each other. And on the bottom half of the bracket, csigeee is there awaiting the winner of this match. Interestingly, if aenorman43 wins today or draws today and wins the match, then the same 4 players made it to the semifinals last year that also made it to the semifinals this year. So is spfish, that's surprise fish, going to be able to break that and have a new semifinalist? Well, we're going to find out today. Of course, spfish can't win today. The best he can do is win today's game, forcing tie breaks. And as you know, tie breaks can get extremely exciting. The timing during the regular games is 20 plus 20, meaning you start with 20 minutes and you get 20 seconds added for each turn. The first round of tie breaks, however, drops to 10 plus 10, meaning you start with 10 and you add 10. Second and succeeding rounds of tie break are 3 plus 10. You only start with 3 minutes and you add 10. That can get extremely exciting. And if we take a quick look through the bracket, we can see that so far only one match has gone into overtime, gone into tie breaks, and that was Judoka beating Roxar in the round of 16. Took 8 games, won that one 5-3. All the others have been done before tie breaks were over. But we may have another round of tie breaks or a round of tie breaks in this match, depending on how things go in today's match. Now let's take a look, if you would, at the results so far. As I mentioned earlier, white has won every game so far. The first 2 games that aenorman played white, he won them fairly quickly, 57 and 36 moves. But yesterday's game took 159 moves, took an hour and 24 minutes. So that's the longest game, both time-wise and in number of move-wise. Now we'll scroll over here. This is my spreadsheet for the games. Let's take a look at openings. spfish in his 2 games so far played a number 5, which is a hub triple, a ladybug, mosquito, queen in elbow in 1 game. And the other game it was ladybug, mosquito, ant, and then played the queen as in a buffered opening, an XZ opening, an XZ opening. So 4 of the 5 have been a form of the Z opening, with the last game that spfish played white was an extended opening. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in today's match, in today's game. And spfish is in room 2 waiting. So we will, and Alex has joined in the lobby. So we might be playing here very shortly. Make sure it looks like they've got the game room set up correctly. They started yesterday and the room wasn't set up correctly. It was set for random first player rather than player 1 moving first. They had to restart, so we don't have that issue today. Playing PLM. Let's get over here and get everything up and going, and we'll get the tournament results off. We'll get the review room open. I'll turn the lobby off, and as soon as they get started, we'll try to get caught up just as quickly as we possibly can. At the very beginning, they have a tendency to move very, very quickly, so sometimes it's hard to keep up. And my cell phone's about ready to die, so I have to get it plugged in here. Maybe they're waiting till right at the crack of 1930. Hello, R10. And they started a minute early. So bear with me as I try to get this going. Okay, it looks like I didn't have that much trouble today. That's a good thing. Maybe this old man's learning something. So Ben opened with the ladybug. Alex followed with a grasshopper. Are we going to see a full buffered opening? Arten Canali has joined. He's one of my almost every live stream viewer. Thank you very much, Arten. We appreciate it. And I am definitely going to have to learn a little bit of Farsi so I can welcome him in Farsi. Interesting. Alex has gone in a little bit of a think here. And we've got a full black buffered opening. The black grasshopper is put in as a buffer. Happy Kiwi joins at board space, and Happy Kiwi's up against world champion judoka in one of the semifinals. And I think they are going to be starting their match on Friday. So hopefully I'll be able to stream that one as well in that first game. I'll be streaming as often as I can through the rest of the tournament. Now we have black has taken a moment to make sure he gets the pill bug in, gets it in the anti-spawn position. And I do have a video about ready to be released. I'm going to try to get it out this evening, where Alex put his spiders to good use, and here he goes again. The spider is threatening to attack. It may force white to place the pill bug either here or here. And if you can force your opponent to do something, that's always a beneficial thing. I need to kind of keep an eye on my phone, even though they let me off from work. I do need to kind of keep an eye up in case they need something. And sure enough, that's what he did. He played the pill bug. And let's see, let's go back over here. Let's get sound on so we can actually hear. Maybe a little bit of irritating as people join and board space to watch. The one disadvantage of the way that black has opened is that going to get behind in the ant game. Place the beetle, which is interesting because the mosquito could immediately pin it, and then that would almost force the black ladybug to jump out. Of course, that would shut down the mosquito and leave open the pin-proof spawn point, the beetle factory right here. Thank you, R10. I appreciate you making the comment that he enjoys the stream. Dr. Bees has joined. That's Joel. Okay, yep. That's what I would have done is pin the beetle, threaten to get up with the mosquito. Now, this almost forces black to stop the mosquito by jumping out with the ladybug. Yep, I don't think there's any question about that. Don't want that mosquito to get up that quickly. And now black can use the beetle factory to get up a beetle or possibly the mosquito. almost forgot my old man magnifying glass. I need this so I can see the timing. We're both at about 19 minutes, so we're not under any stress for time right at the moment. Black has done a good job of restricting white's spawn points. So is he going to bring in oh, okay, he's going to bring in an attacking beetle. It's one of the situations when your beetle is quite a ways away from the opposing queen. It's a very long-term attack, not a short-term one. We have 6 people watching, and only R10 has dropped a comment. So drop a comment. YouTube loves it when people comment. Mosquito comes in the beetle factory. Of course, the mosquito is now defending against the approaching beetle. Now black has to be very careful here because if he brings in an ant, the beetle moves forward, the mosquito covers it, and then he loses another ant. So he brought in a grasshopper in that spot. The grasshopper can either jump to here, freeing the beetle, or get warped to here, freeing the beetle. But of course, if the the beetle moves forward, the mosquito covers it. Now the black beetle is in a bidirectional pen and won't be freed by the grasshopper, or just by the grasshopper. It'll take more than that. And often you're looking to move the pill bug over to free a bug, but in this case, that would not be good because that would give pill bug power to the mosquito. The pill bug dare not go to that spot. Now, what's interesting would be is if the the white beetle moved forward, what would happen if the mosquito just ignores it and goes on the attack? That would be an interesting thing to look at. If spfish doesn't advance with the beetle, it'll give the, yeah, he's got to advance with the beetle because you don't want to, and the mosquito covers it. As I mentioned many times before, you never want to play for a draw, because invariably, if you play for a draw, you end up losing. But it could very well be that aenorman43 knows that, in fact, there's almost assuredly he knows that all he needs is a draw, so he won't be taking risks. It would be difficult for black to free this beetle, so you always want to make sure that you can get that second beetle atop the hive. I don't know why I yawned. And as I mentioned before, not sponsored by Fisherman's Friends, but I have my Fisherman's Friends cough drop right here, ready in case I need it. My friend Kate Utter told me about those, and the other day we were out to dinner with her and with our family, and she started coughing. I was able to share one with her. She taught me how to use them. So Alex is going to have to start getting his second and third ant in at some point. And it's interesting when you're in an Oreo stack like this. Let's imagine for a minute you've got just a beetle on top of another beetle. If you anchor it down, you can then move the beetle away. But the Oreo stack, you can't do that, because if the mosquito moves away, the white beetle will immediately cover it. Now, white could play a defending beetle now, or he has time. He could play an ant in first, and then if the beetle moves forward, then play the defending beetle. He doesn't have to play it immediately. Okay, he's going to play the ant. He's going to play it down there. Now the question is going to be, is white going to be able to get the second beetle spawn and attacking before the black beetle moves into attack? White could play a sacrificial spider here, for example, and warp the queen away, and then the queen would be a long way away from that attacking beetle. But as we've seen in many of our games in the tournament this year, players are not afraid to get into a long, extended in-game. Interesting. Okay, here comes the white beetle. Now I understand why the black beetle was going there, because white was threatening to form the ring and possibly getting that mosquito free. Both of them are 1, 2, 3 spots away from the queen. Does black have a method of freeing up the second beetle underneath this one? If he moves out, oh, see, there's a danger there because you can't fill both of these spots because that would be a self-setup shot. And with 2 free ants, white is in very good position. If black just is able to work the queen out, can attack that queen with those ants. Now, what would be interesting? Let's look at this. What if the spider goes here? That would force the beetle to move. Nope. Okay. Very quick moves there. Okay, interesting. Now in that position, it is okay. He's going to pin the ant. I was going to say he could get into there and then to there and it would free the second beetle, keeping the queen and pillbug in good defensive spot. Yep, spfish has to continue. Okay, interesting. Move the Alex moved that pillbug extremely quickly. He must have a plan. If white does anything other than move the beetle in, black could drop a bug there, freeing the second beetle. And if white does move the beetle in, that somewhat ties the white ant down because you don't want to let the grasshopper go. Although you actually could leave the grasshopper go because that would be a direct drop spot. What is spfish thinking here, hesitating with immediate qualifying for the win by covering the queen? Oh, that's interesting because there's more to it than this. Because if the beetle covers the queen, this would form a ring and free the black beetle. It is interesting because these positions are always way more complex than they initially look to be. And of course, another thing that black has done is set up a trigger point here, so if this fills, the ant would be free. And it's interesting, black is already down to only three bugs in reserve. White is probably looking at, is it best to go ahead and move the beetle and cover the other beetle? Or is it best to leave it at the queen? Okay. Grasshopper, oops. Grasshopper to there. That is interesting because that, okay, why did the grasshopper go there? It's got angles of attack to both of these kill spots. If it jumps to there, it frees the beetle. Let's take a look at timing. 11:44 for spfish, 12:20, approaching 12:20 for Alex. So it's interesting that white is attacking but has more bugs in reserve. That's rarely happens that way. With so few bugs in reserve, and white still has 2 mobile ants. Black is hard pressed to come up with a decent spawn spot, although he could spawn a grasshopper here. Grasshopper spawn there. That may be not a good thing for a white. Oh, interesting. The pillbug moves away into a proximity position, and the beetle moves forward. Okay, the white ant moved over to there. Now this is available as a pre-swamp on the beetle. The black spawning the spider forced the ant to pin it, but it doesn't leave it there. Okay. That's interesting. If white attempts to form a ring here, the black ant gets warped away. You could form a ring there, freeing the spider. And if white just moves away somewhere, it could threaten to have a repetition by moves, which would be beneficial for aenorman. Just past the 30-minute mark on this game. And let's 11 minutes for spfish, 10 minutes for Norman. So what would the threat be if black allowed that to happen? To get a bug to there and the spider could pin the ant and free the beetle. the white grasshopper came in, what would happen if the white grasshopper just jumped there? Or what would happen if white set up a grasshopper battery, threatening to do both of those grasshoppers in? Oh, sorry. I don't know why. Must not have slept that well. I am going to start with my first Fisherman's Friends cough drop. They're menthol flavored. I really like the flavor. So his black's threat is to cover the ant. Well, although black is running out of bugs very quickly. It's hard for black to be looking at winning right at the moment. There was an ant under there. Yep. Very quickly, Alex moved the beetle back over the mosquito. That happened very quickly. Of course, if the grasshopper jumps, then white has a direct drop spot here. Of course, the grasshopper jumping to there would pre-swamp the beetle. I think white has to take advantage of that situation and drop the spider into the direct drop. Didn't actually. Interesting. That somewhat ties down the second black beetle, because if it moves, the white mosquito underneath it would be available. Grasshoppers, I'm sorry, the ladybug is way more valuable to black than the grasshopper. So he's got 5 spots to fill. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yep, barely has enough. And now that's interesting, because now grasshopper comes in, the black spider will pin it. The grasshopper battery is not anywhere near as valuable as it was. The grasshopper go back. Black only has one more piece yet in reserve, the grasshopper. So I think black is looking for a draw in some way, shape, or form. Oh, that's interesting. So now if the black spider is threatening to pin this ant as well. Frees one white ant, but that ant, if it moves, would free the black ant. So a direct drop with the spider. Now, if the black, what happens to the black spider ends the white ant? Yeah, Pedro says it would be good to see a tiebreak between the two players. It would be very, very interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. The queen just moves away. White queen is not really in much danger right now, just because there's not enough black bugs around. Now, if the pill bug goes here, grasshopper jumps to there. The grasshopper jumps out. It ties down the ladybug. And as long as this spider and grasshopper stay where they are, the black beetle can't move because it frees the white mosquito underneath it. So black may be running out of moves. If the pill bug moves away, frees another direct drop spot. If the pill bug moves in, it's covered by the beetle. Oops. Okay, without the grasshopper there, it frees the pill bug to move around. So does spfish see a path to victory here? Although it's still very, very touch and go because black has done a good job of protecting these spots. Let's say the beetle gets away. White would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bugs, 3 grasshoppers. Uh, maybe, maybe not. Now, if white goes back to here, threat direct drop. No, let's see, what did he do? He moved there. Okay. The grasshopper protects against the direct drop there. And now it might give black something to move, just move back and forth, the grasshopper. Of course, if the grasshopper jumps, the white ladybug can take a convoluted route around to win. And if the grasshopper jumps out that direction, ladybug continues its march around, and the pillbug can always warp the grasshopper over. If the grasshopper goes this direction, something like that, the rain is not a danger to white. Gotta move the ladybug. I guess in theory you could move the queen over to block the ladybug, but you don't want the spider to be able to pin the ladybug. Oh, interesting. The white might be playing for a squeeze here. Although the black beetle can, I'm sorry, the white beetle can get it straight. The black beetle can move around for a little bit before the white beetle covers it. So if the black grasshopper goes in, the pill bug just shifts over. Obviously, the spider can't move because that freed the ant. The spider frees the ladybug. So I think I would cover the beetle. The best way toward a squeeze. Check out timing. 6:10 and counting for spfish, 4:19 for aenorman. I'm not anywhere near as good as I used to be on looking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moves ahead. So I just play by instinct often, and my instinct would be cover the beetle. Not what he did. He moved the queen out. Although he does have the free an ant that way, but it would also release the white beetle. Black only has five bugs to move. Obviously, the spider is bad. Grasshopper jumps to here. That reduces it. Also sets up a spawn point for one of the hoppers. That would be bad for black. So does white cover the mosquito and release an ant, which would give black lots of options to start moving the ant around? What is black mosquito threatening to do? Okay, white brings in a grasshopper to there. That's interesting because you're not really in position to attack yet because that would free the queen. No. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think he would place it out there. He placed it there, which anchors down the ant, and now the white beetle can move. The black mosquito is going to almost have to cover it again. Could he benefit by forming the ring here? Probably not, even though white can't break it. And of course, in the overall scheme of things with the match, spfish playing white has to win. A draw by aenorman wins the match. Now black is rapidly becoming squeezed. Only has 4 mobile bugs. Now it's interesting. Just one of the situations with the ladybug is trying to get it into a position. Oh, oh, whichever way it goes, it's going to free the beetle. Okay, SP Fish is going to have to come up with a method for getting the pieces to into winning position. Goes that way with the spider. Not easy, particularly under time pressure with only 4 minutes left. Okay, I see a plan. Grasshopper spawns here. Grasshopper jumps to there. Oh no, the ladybug can't get in there, can it? Grasshopper ladybug's not as good as a grasshopper. Okay. Oh no, it's still the same situation. So the goal has to be grasshopper to here. The ladybug has to go to here. Then this grasshopper gets out of the way, allowing the ant to have an angle of attack. So yes. Oh, the other thing is the grasshopper can go to here, and the grasshopper re-indexes to there, and the ant goes in, or the beetle comes down. Yep, SP Fish has it won. So Ordep, we are going to see tie breaks tomorrow. I have a little bug flying around. Oh, that's interesting. May not be quite over yet. Yep, it's over. Because grasshopper to here, grasshopper to there. Yep. Hold on a second. Moving very quickly here. Okay. Yep, and we're going to do a reindex. You could do it one of two ways. You could okay. spfish1, we are going to see tie breaks tomorrow. Ben says same time tomorrow, question mark. So let's see. So Ben asked same time tomorrow. Alex said, yep, works for me. So I guess we're going to be seeing tie breaks on Thursday. So hopefully I'll be able to get up from work a little early and join in with that. So let's get the desktop off so we don't have to listen to all that noise. Congratulations to Ben for winning game 6. So let's go to the tournament results and add in spfish's third point. So now they're tied. We are going to tie breaks on tomorrow. That'll be Thursday, October 3rd. What another fantastic game today. This is two really, really top quality players playing up against each other. It's really, really hard to stream when it's 10, 3 plus 10. We may just have to watch and comment, may not have a review room open tomorrow during that period of time. Okay, so let's get this back up and going. I appreciate everybody joining today, and of course, there's a link down below to buy me a coffee page. If you'd like to make a small cash contribution, you could also click on the $sign down in the chat window and drop me a small cash contribution to help keep the lights on and the channel and videos coming. So appreciate R10 for joining halfway around the world from Iran, and Ordep Kubek joining from Spain. And we appreciate it. We've got 10 concurrent viewers here at the very end of the video. And let's see if we are not quite over in because of 3-minute delay. So it happened very, very quickly. The last few turns went very, very, very quickly. So congratulations again to Ben for winning game 6, forcing tie breaks tomorrow. So as always, I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I hope to be streaming tomorrow's tie breaks between aenorman43 and spfish. Hope you have a good evening, and as always, good hiving to all of you.